Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting topic to dive into.
All right, let's talk about something that could completely flip the script on how you approach the markets. We're going to dig into how to stop treating your trading like a gamble and start running it like a real honest-to-goodness business. And the source material for this whole idea starts with a wake-up call that, well, it hits pretty hard. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off right away. For so many people, this one sentence is the brutal truth behind why the results just aren't there, why accounts get blown up. It's meant to jolt you, to make you stop and think. Because until you can look in the mirror and acknowledge that your actions are closer to gambling than strategic investing, you're just guessing. And in the markets, guessing is a one-way ticket to zero. So let's really put this gambler's mindset under the microscope. What does it actually look like from day to day? And why is it so incredibly destructive to your bottom line? The real difference between a pro and, well, everyone else lies right here. And this slide just lays it out plain and simple. On the left, you've got the CEO, the business owner. They have a plan. They manage risk like their life depends on it. They have a system. And on the right, that's the hobbyist, the gambler. They're running on pure hope. Their strategy is to just see what happens. They act on a whim, a gut feeling. One is a profession, the other is a lottery ticket. This really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? I mean, seriously, imagine trying to run a real business, say a coffee shop, with no business plan, no idea what your costs are, no set prices. It would be an absolute disaster. And yet countless people approach the markets, which are way more unpredictable, with exactly that kind of chaos. The thing is, the market is a lot less forgiving than a slow Tuesday at a coffee shop. Okay, so if the old model is completely broken, it's time for a major restructuring. We need to build a real company around your trading. And that process starts by firing the gambler. This right here, this is the mental shift. This is everything. You are officially firing that emotional, impulsive, hope-driven part of yourself. And in its place, you are hiring a calm, calculating, systems-based professional to run the show. And to make this a reality, we're going to set up a proper company structure for you, starting with 3 absolutely essential departments. And here they are, the 3 pillars of You Incorporated. First, you've got the strategy department. They decide when it's time to act. Then you have the risk management department. Their job is to keep you alive. And finally, the audit department. This is the one that makes sure you're always getting smarter. Let's break down what each of them does. Your strategy department has one job, and one job only: to enforce discipline. It's the ultimate gatekeeper. It makes sure you only get into the market when your specific pre-planned criteria, your setup, are perfectly aligned. No setup just means the conditions aren't right. It's that simple. Think about it. A successful store doesn't just buy a bunch of random junk hoping someone buys it. No, they stock high-quality inventory they know will sell. Your trade setups are your high-quality inventory. No setup, no trade. Period. Next up is maybe the most important department of them all: risk management. This is your company's chief survival officer. This is the department that decides how big your positions are, how much you're willing to risk on any single idea. It sets your stop losses, those non-negotiable exit points for when a trade goes south. Its entire mission is to make sure you never, ever bet the farm on one deal. This is the prime directive. This is the motto written in giant letters on the wall of the risk department. Every single decision has to pass this simple test. It completely removes the emotion from losing. A loss is just a business expense, and as long as it's a small, manageable one, the company keeps on trucking. But a catastrophic loss? Well, that's game over. And finally, the audit department. This is where the real growth happens. Think of this department as a detective. After a loss, it comes in and asks the tough questions. Did I actually follow my plan? Was my logic flawed from the start? Did I get emotional and break my own rules? And the most important part, it writes down the answers, so that mistake pays for itself with a lesson learned. And this is exactly why that audit is so critical. Without a process for reviewing what went wrong, your losses are just money down the drain. You're basically paying tuition for a lesson you immediately forget. Journaling your mistakes is how you build a powerful database of what not to do. It's the process that turns expensive errors into priceless assets for your company's future. But just having these departments on paper isn't enough, not even close. You have to actually commit to this structure every single day. It's time to sign a new contract with yourself. And this is why that commitment is so crucial. The big allure of trading is the easy money, right? That idea of just clicking a button and watching profits roll in. But the reality is that getting to a place where that's even possible is incredibly, unbelievably difficult. It takes so much discipline. That's the hardest way part of the equation. And it's why this CEO mindset is really the only path forward. So, the ultimate takeaway, the thing you have to remember is this. Treat trading with the seriousness and the respect of a real business. Because if you don't, the market, which couldn't care less about you or your goals, will eventually fire you. And trust me, it is the most brutally efficient boss in the world. It does not tolerate hobbyists for long. And that brings us to the final question. It's the only one that really matters, and only you can answer it. Are you ready to stop gambling and start building? Are you ready to fire the hobbyist and finally promote the CEO? That's the contract. It's on the table, waiting for your signature. The choice is yours.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you for watching.